Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. How are you? Am I audible? Great. That looks like I'm audible to everyone. So none of them has responded. Yes, I'm audible to Rishma,
Yeah, yeah.
Devna, Nusrat. uh, Yeah, hi, ma'am. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning, good evening. I'm good. You're audible.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right. So we are started a new batch on data analytics and data science, right? I guess few of them have attended and few of them didn't attend. So I just want to know from your side, right, before we'll start the session tomorrow. So today we'll have this interactive session, try to understand what exactly you're looking for. So no, yeah. So apart from Reshma, I just want to hear it from the rest of the people, right? If I'm audible to you, and if you can just tell me about yourself, right? Maybe I can see a few names on the screen. I'm seeing it for the first time, so let me introduce myself. And if I'm not audible, you just let me know in the middle. Right. So my name is Rambalari and I'm a software engineer. Recently, I'm working with Intel Corporation. Previously, I was working with an IBM. I'm working as a machine learning engineer as of now. And apart from my job, I also provide freelancing. I have trained almost around 5,000 people since my journey till to date, domestic and international. Um, and I hope I got an opportunity to train you as well. Okay, my voice is breaking. Okay, let me check. Now, see, like if I'm not audible, just quickly let me know. Okay, I'm not audible or something, so I can understand. So I got an opportunity to train you as well. So hope so we can have a very good uh, beginning and we can end up on a good note as well. Okay, so this was just a short about introduction part about me. So moreover, I just want to pass mic to you, and I would like to hear from your side first of all. See what your educational background is. What is your goal? What is your intent that you want to learn a course? Right? Because I'm unaware about your like you're here for data analytics part or you're here for data science. I have no idea. So I just want to hear it from your side like what is your interest in and what is your educational background, what is your goal. If you one by one, if I am audible, once again I repeat, so you can just unmute yourself and you can just let me know that why do you want to pursue a career into the field of data analytics or data science? Yes, Mrudu, Devna, Prabhakar, and Nusrat. I hope I'm audible to you. Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, hi, good morning. How are you? Hmm.
Yeah, good, good.
Okay. So
I
you
am
can just
introduce myself. My name is Prabhakar, and presently I am working as a Devops engineer in Tech Mahindra. So I need to brush up my skills with data science. So regarding this, so I need to join this session.
okay. So you're working as
Yeah,
a
thank.
Devops engineer right now. Thank you so much, Prabhakar.
Yes,
Great.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Apart from Prabhakar, just like Prabhakar has introduced himself, so I just want to hear from the rest of the people as well. Yes. So would you like to introduce yourself? Because unless until I don't know about you, I'll not be able to understand that what exactly you're looking into this program, right? You're attending this free demonstrations. That means there is certain like whatever you have seen an advertisement or wherever you came across this ad. That means you're definitely looking for a certain enhancement or you're looking for an extreme growth in your career. That is why you're here, right? As of now, you had no reason. If some things like if I don't have no reason buy a stuff, I'll not enter into that particular shop, right? Unless until I don't have a intent. I have an intent to pursue my career into data science or data analytics, and that is why that has brought you here. So that is what I want to know from your side as well. That what is your intent?
Hi,
Yes, anyone would like to?
yeah,
Yeah, hi.
this is Nusrat. Good morning, all. So I'm working currently as a BA analyst in Coforge, and I'm in US from last 7 years. So I just
Hmm.
want to switch my career to data analyst or data analytics. So that's why I joined this session. Yeah.
Great, no, sir. Good to know. Okay, all right. See, just like you guys have tried to unmute yourself and speak about yourself. Great. Mrudu and Reshma, you would also like to say something. If you want, you can just unmute yourself and you can say,
Yeah, sure. Hi, good morning,
okay,
everyone.
yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. So my name is Reshma Raina. I'm based in Austin, Texas, in USA, and I have nearly like 8, 9 years of work experience. I worked back in India with TCS, and then I came to US. I did my masters, and right now I'm working as a DevOps engineer. So I want to switch my field from DevOps to data analytics because that's what I was really interested in, and that's what my masters belongs to. So it's been like three,
Okay,
4 years since I did my masters, and I need to brush up my techniques and skills and be back into job market with as a data analyst. That's why I'm here.
great, great, great. Thank you for the lovely introduction. Thank you so much. Okay, so Devna has sent a message that she is having a bad throat. I hope you recover well and you have a very speed recovery. Okay, but still lift your spirits up. Okay, all right. So I hope you can see on the screen. I have trying to show you the content, what exactly we are going to cover. So what we are going to see, data analytics. The majority of people are here for the data analytics part. So data analytics is one of the uh, rapidly growing industry in today's world in 2020, after 2020 till 2030 or 40, you can see. The reason, what is data analytics? People now, when you talk about 40 years ago, 30 years ago, right, the business was restricted within that particular city, right? If I started my own shop, what I used to sell the goods within that particular city, right? I had a particular a limited territory, or you can say a diameter. Within that diameter, I used to sell my and whatever the stuff was. But with the time, right, with the help of technology, the things grew. Now transportation came into the play, and I started selling my goods with the different cities, right? And then I expanded my business towards the nation. And then this Wright brothers came and they invented a plane. And now what happened is that now I am able to sell my goods overseas. And then after that, the internet came, and then internet was born, and then it gave me an opportunity to connect worldwide. So what is happening with the time? The things are changing. What the things previously, 25 years ago, or we can say 3 decades ago, that is not the situation nowadays. Like now, I'm sitting over here in India and I'm connecting people over, like overseas in Australia, America, UK, France, wherever you are from, right? So that means what? The things are growing rapidly. We also need to grow. And if you look about the data analytics, let me make it very clear to the picture. What is data analytics? If the people are running a business, they want a solution. You're like a consultant where you help their business to grow. And how can they enhance or how can they grow their business? They can expand the business. For example, if I can say you go to a shopping mall, maybe example, I'll say it's a Walmart, or in India we call it a Reliance Mart. What happened is that previously I used to go to a shopping mall, buy a stuff, right? Before going to shopping mall. So if I want to buy a grocery, so I used to go to the retailer shop and buy the stuff, right? The grocery, whatever I want. Later on, when I want to buy the other things like maybe clothes, so I had to go to the clothing line. So similarly, if I want to have third things, right, something extra, I have to go like dairy products. I have to go to the shop where the dairy products have been sold. So what is happening is that my time is wasting, right? Even though I want the same stuff, I'm wasting my time because I have to go to grocery shop to pick up those items. After that, dairy products and everything, right? So what is happening is that my time is wasting, and it's unclear about the thing. So what these people did is that the Walmart people or the DMart or Reliance people, they bought all the things under one roof. That what you're looking for, it's available under one roof. You don't have to waste your time, right? So what they did is that they saved us time. That is why these people, if you look at a Walmart, you look at the Reliance, they grew in the industry because they invented something that they tried to give a betterment, or we can say a good life or a betterment to the people that can save them because they knew that they understand this loophole that people are not having the sufficient time because already we spend 6 to 8 hours in sleeping out of 24. That how many hours are gone. Apart from that, we work, we do job, we business, that something 8 hours are gone. So almost 16 hours or 17 hours of a day are gone. It's a same routine every single day. And we got only 6 to 7 hours that how what we are going to do, right? We are going to spend some time with family, we play some games, etc. So they understand this loopholes and they understood that what we can do is that we can provide all those things that people, or we can say daily necessities under one roof, and they bought this into this shopping mall. Okay, let me shorten the story. So what happened is that then when you bring the stuff, you bring a product. My example, I want to bring a biscuit into my shopping mall to sell the biscuits. So there are a lot of companies who are making biscuits. One is Britannia, one is Parle, one is Marigold. There are a lot of companies who are making this biscuits. So I'll include all those biscuits into my mall, right? But how do I understand which biscuits are being sold a lot and which biscuits are not being sold on a larger scale? Then what you do is that you buy an item, you go at the counter, you make a bill, and this lady who is at the counter or the guy who's at the counter, he makes your bill, and that entry gets stored into a particular server in the database. Now here comes the role of a data analyst, where this data analyst will fetch that entire data from a repository wherever it's and try to use that tools, whatever the tools we are going to learn, whatever the algorithms we are going to learn, that tools on the data and try to find out what is the products, what are the most sold products into your business, what are the least sold products and items into product, and on that basis you prepare a dashboard or report. Because see, when you prepare something through the visualization, it's clearly understandable. Understand the brain mechanism, how the brain mechanism has been developed. If I look at my grandfather, his listening skills are very good in comparison to me. Why? Because he grew up during those days where radio were there, where newspaper were there. So his listening skills are way good and higher than me. My way of learning or the technique is good with the visualization. If I try to present something, if I write something on the screen, you'll grasp that very quickly. Why? Because since you are a kid, your brain mechanism has developed in such a way. If you try to stand your picture. If I ask you to imagine a picture that I'm training you, you're in shopping mall, you just create a picture in your mind and you'll be able to learn that quickly because this is how your brain mechanism works. You need to understand this flow chart. And then what happens is that then this people prepare a dashboard and they show it to the client because the client doesn't know anything apart from giving the money to the people or like a data analyst and just getting the job done. So then we have to explain them the entire scenario, which state or which country, which city, which product has been sold most, etc., which you need to discard from your cart or etc. How do you invest? And if that solution is helpful for your company, that company whom you're providing services, then definitely he will give more products to you. So this is how what the role of data analytics is. So data analyst is data analytics is all about the content. Data analyst is something who works on the data. See, if I divide it into these two words, data and analyst. So data, right, which you receive from a repository. Repository means what you guys can. I feel you're from a technical background, so very easy for you to understand what is data. So it's like a collection of all the attributes, functions, or properties we have bought and we try to analyze on it, right? We analyze means what we try to monitor, we try to figure out like we can say in proper with advantage and disadvantage. This is nothing but the role of data analyst, right? Previously, the same thing. If you look about 20 years ago, 25 people, 25 years ago, data analysts were nothing but your relatives, your friends, who used to give an advices, who used to give you the suggestion what you should do in the business, what kind of a business you should run. This role of your advisor, like advisor, you can say, of your friend is your relative, it's been replaced with the technology. Nothing else. We are the consultant, we are the people who are like an advocate who will guide them the way you need to follow this footsteps. If you follow this footsteps, you'll be able to reach up to the benchmark you're looking to go. This is all entire the data analytics. I hope now it is very much clear what the data analysts to do. Apart from this data analyst, it's nothing data analyst. Till my experience, I have not seen anything doing or anything the analytics or the data analyst does into his job. Okay. Now it depends. It differs domain to domain. If you're working in IT, it's different. If you're working in banking, the domains are different. If you're working in pharmaceutical, the domains are different. If you look at it, I see my area when I was a kid, I see there were hardly 7 to 10 shops. Now, if I look at my area, the so shops are turned into a huge apartments, and the so shops which were like 8 to 10 of shops a few years ago, this have expanded like so much that there are now almost 100 and 150 shops. That is what they are growing the business, and the same businesses are repeated like thrice and like three times or four times. Like one business has been running by three or four shops. So that means what there is a competition, right? So people will go to that the shop where they are able to find a good what is a quality product, a good services, a lot of stuff under one roof. You look at the chemist shop. First chemist shop were just selling the medicines. Now I go to chemist shop, they sell cosmetics, they sell whatever the need things I need. Is what so I don't whenever the things like if I want to buy something about like maybe a razor to shave my beard. So I definitely go to the or no this chemist shop instead of going finding for some other location. Why? Because instead of just apart from the medicine, they're also selling this other stuff as well. So that is how you grow your business. This is what the idea came. How this idea came? This is what the consultant told that why don't you start selling this other products? People earlier used to sell samosa, they started selling kachori, then they started selling dhokla. Right? Even though it's their staple diet, if you're selling a dhokla in maybe in Chennai, it's very hard. But still you can identify if there are IT people, there are like 2 lakh people working in Chennai around, right? And a lot of people are from North India, maybe from the western part of the India, so they might eat dhokla. So you need to know that how do you need to know? You do an analysis what people eat. You need to analyze. So this is all you do as a data analyst. Okay, clear? Now I just want to know from your side before we could proceed with the content. I just want to know who picture is clear that what exactly the role of data analyst is in this world. With the real time example I had explained. Yes or no? If it's yes, just let me know. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, right. Thank you. Apart from Reshma, I hope that the rest of the people have understood what exactly the things are. Prabhakar, Nusrat, and Devna and Mrudula. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Mrudula, you had joined. I asked everyone for to introduce himself or herself. So I just want to know from your side, like, what exactly you are pursuing? You're graduating, you're post-graduating, or that is what you're
Um,
pursuing, or maybe you're working. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, hi. This is Mridula. I have been working in banking for last 3 years, and I'm new to the IT field right now. So my husband
Hmm.
suggested me to go for data analyst. So I'm pretty new to this subject. I've been graduated and
Husband must be.
post-graduated in banking analytics, banking business management.
Okay. Only thing I know about banking is credit is what comes in and debit is what goes out.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Okay. In the banking sector, what only I know is that credit is what comes in and debit is what goes out.
Oh, okay, okay. I used to work as a
Okay.
CSO, customer service officer. So,
Okay, great. Good to know. Not to worry, ma'am. See, this if you're new to this entire field, or you're already known to this field, still I consider everyone on the same page because see, when you're here, as I said, if I'm going to attend any course or a workshop, that means I want to learn that thing, right? If there are 10 students in the classroom, out of that 5 people are known to the subject and 5 people are not known to the subject, so I cannot no segregate those people. I cannot be biased on the people that few people know and few people don't know. I'll just consider them on the same page. It's like, maybe when I went to do school in junior KG, maybe my mom just pushed me into the school, and maybe my sister, she learned ABCD, and then she got opted into junior KG. But that doesn't mean that when teachers started teaching, when junior KG was ABCD, they didn't segregate that, okay, we have learned it from the mom, so I'll give you less importance. I'll not try to emphasize on you, and I'll make sure that you have learned quickly. And the one who has not learned, I'll try to emphasize on the person. No, teachers teaches the all the students in the junior KG with the same enthusiasm, and they consider on the same page that you have learned it from your mom before coming to the school, or you have not learned that. Still, I'm going to teach you with the same manner in the same fashion. That is what here. Even you are from the background, a working background, that is fair enough. If you're not from the background, still we're going to learn from the scratch. Okay, so now what data analytics we are going to cover. So if you're going to be in the IT sector, one thing you need to remember, you have to know one programming language. That is you can see a principle, or you can say a thumb rule to stay in the IT sector. Because see, tools come and go, right? But the traditional way of an IT sector is that the programming language say. Now, if you want to build a software, like if you want to go into data science, you want to work on machine learning, or you want to go into web development, gaming part, banking sector, you will not see software without a programming language. You'll not see a software just built on the tools that, okay, these are the ready-made tools that are there. It's like making Maggie, instant Maggie, just pouring the hot water and your Maggi is ready. That is not the case. You have to you can eat Maggie for a day, 2 day, a month, maybe 2 months. You cannot eat more than 2 months if you have good or a Maggie lover as well. Someday you'll be hungry, you'll be craving for a proper meal. So that day you'll decide, okay, let me prepare a proper meal. You can you can eat meal every day because you know that is a good thing for your health. That is a good nutrition for your health. But you cannot rely on Maggie every day because you know that that is just like to what do you say to I'm not getting a word. So just to awaken your taste buds, just if someday you're not feeling good, you think that your taste buds are dead, just to awaken those taste buds on your tongue, you just eat Maggi or some other stuff. But coming to the point again, that this is the same thing. So when you want to get into the IT sector for a long term, like you're looking for a career goal, see, the tools which we are going to learn, that is there in the market. That will be there for next 10 years. But what about next for 10 years? Right? I don't think so at this stage I am not going to get retired, and I don't think so. You're also at that stage. You don't want to get retired very early, right? So what you have to learn is that. So what we'll start is that we can see on the screen. We are going to start with the programming called as a Python because it's a very popular language known as all across the globe. And nowadays, 70% of the industry are using this Python language. So we'll always go with what is present. What was in the future, we'll just bury it. What is going to be, sorry, what was in the past, we'll just bury it. And what is going to be in the future, we'll not predict. See, as of now, stay in the present. What is there in the present for next 3, 4 years or 5 years? You need to be at that level, right? If you try to worry about like, okay, I am going to buy a car when I see cars flying in the air. How long? It don't know, right? Maybe it will take 10 years or 15 years. But as of now, if you want to buy a car, you can just buy a car which can be driven on roads. So you just need to focus on that thing. So what is in the market right now is a Python. It has a huge demand, I'm telling you, huge demand. Even if you go in the 10th standard, 12th standard, now C is like, no, a rare case you see hardly because it's a base. No matter you learn Python, you learn Java, you have to have an idea about the C because every language, I have not seen any language which are derived, like derived means like they are child. They are not derived from any other language. You have to go through a basic of C because that is the one language that was designed for the program, that is designed for the computer. Okay, so we are going to learn Python. So not to worry, I'll share you the syllabus so you can go through that entire syllabus. I'll not explain you in depth. You can just have a reading. And if you are stuck at some point, you just let me know. So we are going to have an entire Python. As I said, again, I repeat my words. So you're going to learn from the ABCD of the Python. So if you're new to this industry, you're unknown to this industry, still you learn from the scratch that what is ABCD of Python, what is 1, 2, 3 of Python, and then here you start after as we the time goes right, we start learning, we start moving ahead. Then we'll start learning about the words. What is the A stands for apple, B stands for ball. In the same way, then we'll go for the moderate level of the Python, and then at the end we'll come to the advanced. So advanced is like nothing but we have the if you're technical, you know that there are classes, there are objects, there are oops concept. So that is what we are going to learn in the advanced part. So that is what we are not going to skip anything. So what can happen is that after completion of Python, you can start applying yourself as a Python developer as well. You need to know this thing. So that means you're opening a door to at least one opportunity. After the completion of Python, what we are going to learn is an SQL. Now we have learned programming language. Now let's learn a database language. Because see, when you're going to program something, you're going to store a data, right? As like you're trying to no, prepare a passport. So definitely you're entering your credentials. So this credentials are saved in a database because if you go at at a airport, when this lady or guy asks you for a passport, he checks a cross check with your passport ID, etc. So that means he's checking with a certain data where he has stored. It's like mapping the records, right? Wherever you have stored the records, you're trying to match that record. Okay, he or she the same person. So that is what you need a database language. So we are going to work on the database. Now you're opening a door for one more opportunity like of being an SQL developer. Now what happening is that you're learning a course of data analyst. On data analyst, you have opened the door of Python, which is 75% requirement. And in 2030, IBM has predicted by 2030, almost like 90% of the people will be working on Python. Right, and we know that what IBM works into. So that is what they have said. It that predictive that made an analysis that people would require the skills we are working on Python as compared to Java. See, why I'll tell you why Python is so popular. If you look at the other way of coding, like maybe C++ or Java, I'll show you like tomorrow on the screen when we start with the proper syllabus, no, point to point. So you'll find out that the way of coding. Because see, as I said, what people want, if you have heard me very carefully, you might have heard it this time what I have said, that previously I want to buy groceries, I want to buy cosmetics, I want to buy some other things. I have to go to every single shop, right? So I am spending my time, I'm spending my energy. So if I'm able to find every single thing under the one roof, so why will I spend my time jumping here and there? The same way, if I'm able to develop a software which is easy, which is convenient, what I'm saying, see, listen to me, which is easy to develop. Why do I put in hard efforts to develop the same software into a very orthodox programming, or you can say in a tough way or a difficult way? At the end, what I'm expecting is the same software. If I'm able to generate or create the same software in an easy manner, why will I choose a hard? And then what we require is a software. That is the end results. So if my end results I'm able to develop in my own way, in an easy and convenient way, why should I choose a hard? That is what you'll understand, that why Python is the easiest language. And then when you are done with SQL, we are going to learn one of the spreadsheet, that is an Excel. How do you Excel? So here in Excel, you're not just going to play with the basics like what is sum, how to use the function. We are also going to learn with an advanced part of the Excel. That is like a VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. If you know what is a VLOOKUP, that how do you, no, what do you say? How to change the design of this Excel. Like how do you proper segregate, or you can just find out the particular value, that particular value in that Excel sheet. Because see, when you're going to get a data, you might get a data in the Excel sheet as well. Maybe like that is a CSV data or TSV data, that is no, comma separated value or tab separated value, or maybe dot Excel function, that is Excel SX. That is an Excel part. So you might get in the data in Excel as well. So you need to know that how do you segregate the data, maybe on the department wise, or maybe on the salary wise. How do you do that? That is called an HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. HLOOKUP stands for horizontal segregation. That is, we want to separate on the basis of horizontal, right? That is along x-axis. And I'm talking about VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP means that how you segregate the things on the vertical line. Vertical line means on y-axis. Okay, clear? So that is what an advanced level of Excel. And more important to notice over here is that I prefer to do programmatically more than a theoretical one. I don't show you the presentation. Okay, this is a PPT and this is what you need to study. I don't believe in the theoretical. When I was a kid, I understood when I used to go to colleges at the university, I found that the professors were very boring. And then I understood why the professors were very boring. They were used to read from the books and they used to write something on the board. And I did never found that interesting. I found interesting whenever the professor asked us to do something programmatically. That was I found very interesting. I made thousands of errors and still I make errors. But that creates a curiosity, that creates a good energy into me, that why am I getting an error? What is that error? I try to do it in practical way. If I explain what is bicycle and I ask you to ride a bicycle, okay, at the end of the day, I explain everything. Bicycle and paddle the bicycle. At the first, you'll hit the wall. Second, you might hit the people. Third, you will be able to balance yourself properly. That is what you have to do multiple items. Unless until you don't sit on a bicycle, you know how to ride a bicycle. Yes, equally important theories are there. It's not that I'm trying to obsolete that part. I'm trying to avoid that part. But everyone has their own methodologies. My methodology is different. I believe in developing the skills more practically, right? Because apart from conversation that we are going to have, I don't know how much time will you have, right? I want that 1 year of engagement to have the brainstorm in your brain. That brain should understand that pattern, because what you're going to learn is an alien thing. Your brain doesn't know what is that thing. So if your brain is going to learn something alien, it's a brain, man. Living thing. It's not a machine that is going to program it is going to work. You have to spend some time, right? So you need to get used to it. So this is what you're going to learn. And then at the end, we're going to have this visualization tool, nothing what as a what is it one? Power BI, right? So from the beginning, we are going to learn what is Power BI, how to install that software, etc. What are type of charts? How do you do this operations on the part or the Power BI on the data set? We can say or proper word. That is what you are going to learn entire Power BI. Clear? And as I said, we are going to work on the real case studies or real data sets. Whatever we are going to do, maybe at some part we'll use the sample data set to make you understand. If everything could be done on the real data set, sometimes you will not be able to understand, because as I said, you're learning that things for the first time. So we'll have a club culture of the things. And then what is my goal that you should understand what you're learning. Whatever you're investing, it should be understood. Clear? I hope this is what exactly has been covered. And now you might ask the question like, what assignments do we have or what projects do you have? After completion of all the major topics, now suppose example, let's scroll it down. Now we have completed topics on data types. Okay. Now see what are data types like? It's where is it gone? Hmm. Data type means not like nothing like what kind of an input we are trying to insert into the machine or maybe into the particular operation. What kind of a data? So that like maybe like text format, image format, or maybe in kind of a stuff, other things. That is what the things you are trying to process into the input. You're going to complete once you are done with the data test. We are going to have an assignments, right? After all the important topics, you're also going to have the projects as well. So not to worry. And there are a lot of assignments, I would say, but it's all up to you because see, at the end, you're not a school-going kid, so definitely. You're the sensible, mature people. So you yourself have to understand the responsibility. If you're pursuing assignments on regular intervals, you're doing the projects, you're serious, passionate, then nothing will stop you. Nothing. Now it's all up to you then. Okay. I hope it's all clear about whatever I'm trying to explain you. If you're still unclear, you can just let me know. Yes. Any questions? Still so far? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
So we will be
No, yes.
having the Power BI or any other visualization tool as well, like Tableau.
We have a Power BI. I'll tell you,
Okay.
show you. The reason to use. Uh, Give me a second.
So is this a
I'll show you
licensed
what.
tool or how can we install the Power BI?
No, everything is open source. We won't require any license one. If you require a license one, when you get into the industry, they already bought that license one, right? You do not invest onto your own money.
But for the
Mm,
practice, but for practice, how can we work? How can we
No,
practice
it's a
on?
free one. It's a free one. You can just log in with your email ID. So Microsoft is a thing that they are providing most of the things for free. You don't need to buy anything. Later, as I said, what I said is that when you get into the industry, right, they have their own licensed one, licensed copy. The licensed copy is nothing but just an additional feature. Like we are trying to have access to OTT, right? So some features, if you are trying to watch something for an entertainment, right, that is enough. That is what the Hotstar or maybe Netflix is providing. Apart from that, if you want to have an added features, right, that is what when you go to the companies, I say, right. So they are already have bought the purchase license. As of now, at this level you don't require. Okay, is it clear? We
Okay,
don't require a licensed copy of anything. We don't require any environment. Even though you're learning Python, we don't require that environment to be purchased. It is free because see everything has an alternative. If you start purchasing everything, then definitely it would cost you more than this course. Then you would say, why am I attending this particular course? I hope you got my point. See, when I say Power BI, the reason to use Power BI, I'll tell you. If you look at it, it's not a stock market. It's a line graph, but I'll tell you. If I make it 5 years, right, my country is India. If you look at the graph, look at it. Now, if I say Tableau, which is by Google, let me check with the 5 years. Is my screen visible? I just want to know, is it my screen visible? Because I have no idea if my screen is visible to you.
Yes, it is visible.
Agree. Look at the tableau. It also started with 25%, but look at it. There's an up and down. It will look like an ECG. Now you look at it. Will the usability, or you can say the users are still at the 25%. That means it has not gained that growth which has to be gained. What I'm saying is that what you understand, the moral of the story is that whatever you're trying to invest, right? You learn Tableau, Tableau does the same thing. Power BI also does the same thing. At the end, if you're investing something, you don't get that result. So maybe like I invested 10,000 5 years ago. Still I'm getting 10,000. I don't invest on my money in such a way that I will get the same principal amount. I'm investing my money and saving money because I need to get a good ROI, a rate of interest. Right? Power BI has given a great rate that has made money 4 times greater. That it was I invested 25,000 and gave me a return of 1 lakh rupees. If I try to even compare, what is it? Power BI. You can say check on your side as well. The Power BI has grown so much. Clear?
Yeah, but as per market nowadays, what tool has been asked mostly, like Power BI or
That is what I
Tableau?
said.
Because
Power
okay,
BI.
Power BI. Okay.
I showed you. This is what is the real imagination. You have Google Trends on your side as well. You can compare your side and you also can check. Right? It's not that I am saying from my side. It's what
Mhm.
the statistics is. What are the users, the people who are trying to use that product? They are all saying that what is good, right? It's not based on the survey of 1 or 2 people. Okay, so definitely Power BI would recommend. If you still want to learn Tableau, that is a good option. But I don't train on Tableau. I just train on Power BI because what is suitable for the market, I train on those things. All right. I hope you have all the questions, doubts, and all things are clear. If you have still any questions, you're left with any of the questions, doubt, just let me know. Yeah, Nusrat, you were saying something, Rishma, Murudula, Devnash, yes, you have a thought. But still, if you have any question, you can just ping me and you can just let me know. This is the point I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, no, no, yes. Okay, she's clear. Okay, good. Roger that. What about the
I'm good
rest?
that. I'm good too.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yes, Mr. Nusrat,
Yeah, I'm
Miss
good.
Murudula. Okay, great.
It's clear, sir.
Murudula, okay, clear. Okay, but remember, consistency is very important thing. I have seen people leaving the course in middle. That's not my loss. If you're trying to invest something, make sure money will you can regain it, but time cannot because you invest in something. You invest that there should be an outcome, right? Because time is money, and your time is limited. Make the best use of it, and let's see what we can do from tomorrow. We'll start on a regular basis, regular sessions from tomorrow. Okay. If you got any questions, any problem, you can just let me know. Okay. All right. So we'll stop the session over here. If you still, I still ask if you have any question, you just let me know. Okay, I guess no. All right, so let's stop over here. Yes, no, no, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
sure. Thank
Sure.
you.
All right. So we'll catch up tomorrow at the same time, that is 8 a.m. IST. I guess 7:30 CST. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
8 a.m. IST tomorrow. Okay.
Yep. Sure.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
And have a
Thank you.
good time. Thank you so much. Good time.